right. It sure is. Here we go. Let's do something if we're going to record a meeting. All right. So I am going to take a second to just begin a little bit with my neck. I don't know how your neck is doing, but mine could really use a little stretch side to side. Good. And then from there, think about maybe just for a moment rocking your torso a little bit forward and a little bit back. I'm just feeling where it is your hips can kind of release, and maybe this little action, this little movement will help you find that release in your hips. Good. And then I want you to keep the hips and the back steady, maybe curl the spine, and then let the chin move down and up. Good. So just isolating these little parts of the back, parts of the spine to give each part of us our full attention for a moment. Good. And then once again, take that rocking forward and back. So it's like a full extension there. Spine moving forward and pulling back. And then from here, I'll sit up tall once again and then let the chin move over each shoulder. As you do this, you might feel you can squeeze your shoulder blades a little together. Good. And then we'll pause there. Once again, take your weight a little forward and a little bit back. So just like a rocking. And then we're going to pause once again in the center. Let right ear and shoulder come together. Really feel a deep stretch in the side of the neck. And then a stretch towards the other ear and shoulder. Really feeling that side of you release, release. Then we'll come up and over. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, release. One more time, each direction. Good. And then we're going to reach your ribs side to side. Good. So this is moving a little bit lower. Just think for a moment about those back muscles that connect from the ribs to the hips and also across your sacroiliac. So all of that's just getting a little bit of blood flow, circulation, warmth. Good. And then from there, let's take your palms to your shins, to the legs, and then we'll just circle all the way around. Good. So if I could remind myself a couple times a day to just do these little circles, I'd probably feel a little better in my back. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of hinge from the shins and let my shoulder blades move apart and let the head be heavy. Oh, and just make some space there. Good. Inhale, come up, take two hands to your right knee, and then you're going to resist with the knee as we make a little space between the shoulder blades. Whew. Good. Pressing in, I'm going to take my right hand back behind my head, open and stretch away from the knee through the chest and armpit. So you feel big opening here. Good. And then let that hand walk just to the opposite ear. Then stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Another big breath. And then we'll let the hand move to the ear and you'll stretch over. So same hand, same ear. Whew. And again, we'll just discover where we might be tighter than we thought. All right, let's inhale, open all of that back up. And then a few times again, rock the spine. So keeping blood flow from the base of you, moving it up. Okay, so now we'll come sit tall and then we'll take two hands to the opposite knee and I'm going to reach away. Pull my rib cages apart and really feel a stretch through my back. Then that same side knee, I'll take that hand, up behind my head and reach my head away from the leg. And feel the chest and armpit area opening. And then I'll sit up nice and tall, take the opposite hand to ear, and let my neck stretch over, just using the weight of my arm to get into my neck. Good. And then we'll inhale and take that hand to ear. Continue now to just stretch and reach away. Good. And now we'll take two hands and just wrap them back behind the head and open and close the chest once again. So letting this be an opportunity to really stretch your chest and move the shoulder blades in. So from the base of your thoracic duct here, feel lots of opening. Good. And then let's pause with the head, top of the head, reaching up. And then you're just going to bring the palms together and create a little bicycling movement through the arms. Good. And then we'll stretch. Reach that out the other way. Good. Pause with the hands in the center. Slide your right fingers down the left palm. Let the left hand come press over. We'll try to keep your shoulder blades even. Inhale and exhale. Stretch that in the opposite direction. So right hand comes over. And then thumb to the middle of the palm and you'll stretch. So this is my right palm and my right thumb in my left palm. And then we'll switch that left palm in. Let's exhale, free up your shoulders here now. So reach out through the arms and really slowly find the extension, right? So out and then resist as you reach back. Good. We can pause with the arms back and then softly through the elbows, open and close, almost like drawing little C's with your elbows. Good. And then exhale, let the fingertips reach back towards the body and the wrists open away. And you'll just create a little stretch into the wrist. Good. We'll take that forward, so let the fingertips reach back towards the body. And you can micro bend the elbows and just feel big stretch through your wrist. And then we'll exhale, unfold your legs, and then take your opposite shoulder towards your knee. And again, this is just feeling the back extend. You can inhale to sit up and exhale, coming over. Good. This time we'll pause, and then I just want you to sweep the spine around in almost like a half circle. So you'll come forward and up, coming forward and up. Good. And from here, I'm going to pause and keep that half circle, but include my right arm. So it'll sweep around and up, same half circle, just a little sweep with the arm and up. Good. And same thing now with the left. You just do a little half circle and up, half circle and up, half circle and up. And now we'll take your two arms and sweep them around and through your center. Good, kind of pushing the air. And we'll try that just one more time. And then let's exhale, releasing the arms. Soles of the feet pull together. You can take your hands to your shins and another little cat-cow. Inhale up And exhale, release. Inhaling up and exhaling, release. One more. Inhaling up, exhaling to release back. We'll sit up nice and tall, slide the right leg out, keep the left leg bent, and now you can just kind of rock your weight so you feel the left sitting bone kind of drop down. And then I'm gonna exhale when I feel my pelvis feel even. I'm gonna take my rib cage now side to side. Good. So there's a little strengthening in your back and a little release. Good. And then I'm just gonna pause on my right side. Left arm can stretch up. Good. If it feels nice to let the head just melt into this. And we're gonna exhale, reach away, opening your chest. And inhale, sitting tall. Let's exhale, switch your two legs. And once again, just rock a few times, maybe even letting the sitting bone come up and then setting it down easy. Good. And then go ahead and now take a little stretch with the hands behind the head. Feel your chest opening. And the other way. Good. And then from here, I'm going to come extend over my long leg. And sit up. Exhale, extend away from the long leg. Again, feeling a release in the hip. A little openness through the arm. Then we'll inhale, come up. And then exhale, let's open your two legs. Good. And once again, I'm just rocking my rib cage now side to side. And then I'll exhale, take the hands behind the head and float over each leg. And take a stretch to my right, left arm up, feeling that whole side of you release. Inhale, find yourself nice and tall, and we'll take that on to the other side. And we'll inhale, sit-ups, and this time the arm behind the leg, open away, and again, deep stretch into the shoulder. And we'll exhale, find ourselves tall. Inhale, reaching back behind your left leg this time, and letting the armpit chest stretch open. Good. Two fingertip or your 10 fingers can come stretch forward. And exhale, round back. Inhale, stretch forward, feeling that through your throat. And exhale, rounding back one more time. Big stretch. Arms up. And now I'm just going to fold. So I folded toward my right leg. And now once again, with my knees bent and almost like a little W shape, I'm just going to rock through the pelvis forward and back. Good. And then pause with your weight anchored in your two hips as best you can. So the sits bones and pelvis stable. And then let's exhale, create a little twist and twist and twist and twist. And then we're going to pull an elbow to the knee. Same elbow, same knee. Good. So again, just continuing to find blood flow. Good. And then from here with the two arms up for a moment, Let's exhale, press the palms down and lift the pelvis. And then exhale, bring the pelvis down and bring your palm or your forearms to the floor and really let the hip psoas area stretch. Let's press back up and then just your right leg, come stretch over it. Then we'll inhale, sit tall. You're going to fold that knee in and then switch sides. So now, once again, just a little rock and roll through the pelvis. With now, this is my left leg forward. And you're feeling here just with this tuck and lift, a little release, hopefully through the sacroiliac. Good. And then pause and let the two sits bones ground. And then from here, we'll take the palms, you'll come back up, and we'll just twist side to side. And feel your center connect. Good, through that twist. Good. And then from here, we're going to take elbow towards your knee, elbow towards your knee. And this is, again, hopefully thinking about all this organic body, creating a little blood flow. And again, warmth and energy here, and stretch and release through your back. Good. And then from here, we're going to take two arms up and exhale, bring the palms back behind you. Let's lift the hips and pelvis, big stretch. And then exhale, taking that down, let the forearms come down, opening your chest. And from here, I'm going to push, reach out, extend over my left leg. And from here, sitting up once again, let's unfold your two legs and we'll take a Pashimotanasana, which is just a nice forward bend where you can just let your attention go inward. Let the spine melt out over the leg. And from here, we'll sit up nice and tall. And then I'm going to shift the direction here. So I'm going to let my left side face the computer, face the screen. And then I'm going to exhale and just slowly let my body pull down and in towards the floor. Open your arms now into a little cactus shape. And then let's rock your legs. They're going to go side to side. We'll try to keep your shoulder blades kind of grounded on the floor. And then let the hips move side to side. Good. And maybe you can let your gaze now move opposite your legs. Good. So again, that movement still connects to your center. After your next round, you can pause. And we're going to take the arms, just stretch, reach out, and then pull the arms right in. So you're going to stretch, reach the arms away from you, and then pull them right over the rib cage. Good. And then let's take a little breath. Take your two thumbs for a moment and press in right around your brow, the center, so right where the eyebrows come toward one another. Press the thumbs in and breathe. Good. And now you're going to pull the right leg up and let the right elbow and knee come together. And we're going to stretch and reach away just a few times. Feel that connection. Good. The right leg can stay where it is, and then we're going to take the left leg, right leg down and up. Again, now feeling the center strong, supporting you here, steady hips, femur bones moving down and up. And then we'll take a little pause. You'll take your left elbow to the left knee, and then we'll stretch and reach those limbs away. Good. And then we'll pause here once again. And then let the two legs come down and up. And from the front of the ribs, we sort of zip in. Stay connected. Good. And then if it feels nice, we'll turn that into a little bicycling, just a little light reach, reach, reach. And reaching around the other way. And then we'll pause, bend your two knees. Then we'll take your forearms here, wrap your arms around the legs, and then let the head come back down. Really actively pull the tailbone down so the front of the hips stretch. Let's exhale, set the left foot on the floor and extend the right leg in the air. And we're gonna do circles with the right leg and your two arms. And then let the circles change direction. So I have my right arm circling same direction as my leg. And then we'll exhale, take the hands here behind the thigh, behind the calf, and get a big stretch. And then we'll fold at the knee, take the ankle, right ankle, left thigh, push through the left side and lift your pelvis up. Again, feeling a big stretch in the hip. Pull the shoulder blades together, let the chest open. We'll exhale, set that down gently. Now let the left leg extend long on the mat as you leave the right thigh bent, or the right knee bent. The inner thigh open to the sky. And then scooping into your belly muscles, pull the legs over your chest, and we'll hook our hands around the left femur bone and maybe rock side to side. And then we're going to let the right knee come down. So you'll bend the knee, place the foot on the floor, extend the left leg, and now arms and legs with the left are going to circle. And we'll circle around the other way. Good, and then we'll pause and let the hands just slide behind the leg, letting the tailbone drop down. Your chin could move over one shoulder, then over the other. Shoulder blades could pull down the back. Another breath, we send down low, and then we'll take the ankle here to the thigh, press the arm bones down, and lift the pelvis. Really feel that strong anchor through your right heel. Exhale, let that all come down easy, and slide the right leg out. And again, we'll stay anchored through your ribs. Left knee is bent, the hip is open, and you should feel right where the pelvis and inner thigh hip all come together. All of that's getting a stretch here. And then we'll use a big exhale from deep in the belly to bring the knees, bring the legs back over the chest. So hands behind the right femur bone. And if it feels good, you can kind of rock the pelvis side to side. Let's exhale and extend your two legs now. And then we're going to just circle your ankles, circle your wrists. Good. Circle in the opposite direction. Now just circle the right wrist and left ankle. Circle the other way. Left wrist, right ankle, and circle the other way. Good. Now we're going to hug the arms behind your two legs so they come under the thighs. And maybe your tailbone comes up a little bit. And then we'll let that come down, and maybe your hands will just come to the insides of the legs and then to the outs of the ankle, and you can rock. And then from here, the soles of the feet can pull together. And you can press the feet in and let the pelvis float up for a few breaths. Deeply open hips, supported by strong glutes and hamstrings. The pelvis can come down, and the arms can come up, and then we're going to roll. So this is me rolling onto my left side. And I'm going to take my top knee now down and up. So this just opening in my hip. Good, and now squeeze that top knee down and let the foot lift. Again, feeling that deep internal rotation. And then the whole leg in a little parallel shape can lift. You can feel the bottom rib cage, instead of falling into the floor, you can lift it up so you engage the obliques here. And then let's take the leg, let it travel forward and back again, keeping the knee bent. Good, and keeping that bottom part of you, the bottom side, really stable. And then we'll let the legs circle in, the hips back up. And then let it circle the other way. Good. And then let's take the leg just forward. You can let it rest on the floor, and then the top arm. So
slowly allowing it to just float in the shoulder socket. And really pay attention as the humerus bone, the arm bone, moves behind you. Can you deepen the stretch in your chest? Circling the other way now. And then turning that circle into a figure eight. Changing the direction of that figure eight. Good. So we're going to take that top hand to your top foot and now stretch the knee all the way back behind you. And again, we'll still pull in with the rib cage. And take a few big breaths. And now we'll take opposite or the same elbow and knee will reach together and out, reach together and out, reaching together and out. Just a light little tap, finding extension. Good. So now arm and leg lift together and lower together. Lift. Feel the center. Stay connected. And then let's just hug a bent knee. And then take a hand to the foot and stretch and extend. And then last little thing, you'll let the top leg travel long in front of you. Roll the toes so that outside edge of the foot, your pinky toe rolls down to the floor, and hopefully you'll feel a stretch in the ankle. And then we'll take your torso and stretch, reach back. So away from the leg. Folding at the knee, we'll push up and find ourselves facing or coming to the other side. So you're going to try that same sequence here. And we're just going to begin squeezing your feet together and letting the top knee lift and lower. So just working on waking up the muscles in the outer hip. Good. And now let the knee come down, let the top foot lift. Exhale into the lift. And now let the whole leg float up. And again, try to feel that balance in the pelvis, balance in the ribs. Good. And then we're going to let the leg stay floating in the air, let it travel forward and back. Again, feeling the bottom part of you stay really stable. And then we'll take a few circles. And circle in the other direction. And then we're going to let that leg travel forward and then the top arm, can let it begin. Just a circle reaching all the way around. And we'll take it the other way. Again, pay really special attention as the arm bone reaches behind you. Feeling that opening in the chest. And then we'll turn this into a figure eight. And we'll reverse the direction here. And then from here, I'm going to let that top arm just stretch all the way behind me for a moment. And then I'm going to let that top arm come find my foot. And then I'm going to let the knee joint reach behind me for a moment. And then I'll let the kneecap come to face up. And then inhale and exhale. So stretch, reach away, and pull in. And deep exhales. As the limbs float back together. And then we're going to lift and lower these limbs. And really resist gravity, so move slowly as you come down towards the floor. And then let's just let this knee bend and hug the hip up. Again, if it feels nice to kind of rock the pelvis. And your top hand can move into the legs, so find an externally rotated stretch. From here, I'm going to take the leg, reach it out, and take my top arm and reach back and resist, reach my torso away from that top leg. And then use an exhale and just roll now onto my belly for a moment. So go ahead, stretch, reach your arms all the way out. And just maybe lightly tap the tops of the feet here, right, left, into the floor. Good. And then bend the right knee and then bend the left knee. So you're just feeling that energetic opposition, connection into your hamstrings. Good. And then pause with your right leg long, your left leg bent, and then just take a hand there to the ankle for a moment. And again, get another deep stretch into the knee, into the hip. Trying to find that balance in the pelvis so the two hip bones stay even in the floor. Exhale, release, and let's switch sides. So right hand and kneecap coming together. Or right hand and ankle, what am I saying? Good. You can practice a little point and flex of the foot. Good. And now from here, extend the two arms and two legs long. Pull the tailbone down and now lightly take the arms just down and up. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left into the floor. And then we're going to press the hands in. Let the head come down and up. And then let the chin move over one shoulder, then over the other shoulder. Inhale, take a breath as you lower down Exhale, push the hands deep.
Lift the head, and now right leg and then left leg. So bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, feeling that power in your hamstrings. Good. Pause. Let the head come back down. Let the two knees bend. And maybe you'll take your hands to your two ankles and we can point and flex. And walk the kneecaps in a little bit deeper. Squeeze, pull the elbows up and the tailbone down. So you feel that deep connection into your back. And then we'll exhale, extend the legs. Maybe the palms are a little closer to your head. We'll exhale, lift the head and chest, scoop the belly up to support your back bend. And then maybe bend the knees too and let the head stretch back. Let's exhale, release and push down with the palms and up. Walk your knee joints just underneath you, and maybe now your big toes together and your knees slightly apart, and we'll stretch into a child's pose. I'll reach out into my fingers, take a little cat-cow with my spine. Really feel my center zipped together, connecting the top of me, the bottom of me. Good, and then let's hold the spine nice and long and reach the hips back. And then reach the hips slowly forward and your head can come back. Reach the hips. And now your head. Again, just gentle movement. If it feels nice to create a little undulation through your spine, you can do that as you lower and then reverse. And once again, a little undulation with your spine and exhale. Reversing one more time, undulating and exhale, reaching back. From here, I'm going to take my right foot, place it on the outside of my right hand. Let the hips move in, move forward. And then exhale, reach my hips back, feel my hamstrings stretch. Inhale, lengthen my back all the way up. So now I'll take the right leg, let it cross the midline of my body, and then try to reach my left rib cage all the way towards above my right shin. Okay, and then from here we're gonna fold in that knee and come along. Maybe rock the hips here side to side into this pigeon stretch. So just a gentle movement. Your sternum can move up and back and move up and move back. And then if it feels okay, we'll come and stretch out over this leg. You could cup your chin with your two hands. You could cross the forearms and rest your head. If it feels nice, you could bend the back knee, come up, and just take that same hand to foot and pull yourself up. So again, opening the chest and the shoulder. And from here, I'm just going to roll around so that I can face the opposite direction. And I'll try once again with a little cat cow. Head and tail lifting. And again, feeling that this movement, not only is it's knitting the front of you, the bottom of you together, the top of you, the bottom of you together. Now from here, I'm just going to reach my thighs back, get a stretch, and then see if I can't feel a little undulation of my spine, and then reach it back. Try that one more time. And then this time I'm going to let my left foot come behind my left hand or to the outside of the hand. And then exhale, let my hips move forward. When the hips move forward, you want to make sure that you keep the knee right over the heel. Let the hip just release down. Then we're going to exhale and move some weight back. Then from here, I'm just going to walk my left foot across my body and then try to bring my right rib cage kind of over the shin bone. Should feel a big stretch in the outer leg. And from here, I'll set the knee down and get a big stretch into the hip. If it feels nice to rock the pelvis side to side. The sternum lift and lower. And then from here, I'm going to slowly, perhaps cup my chin here with my hands. And then maybe also create a little headrest with my forearms and let the head go, the neck release. From here, I'll push back up with the hands and maybe bend the back leg, take the hand to the foot, and use that energy to help me stretch back. Good. Exhale, we'll open right back up. So you can return to a little, we should be finishing up. Oops. Pashimotanasana position for just a moment. If it feels too good, I guess we just go over. So take just a moment here, rest. And we'll sit up and just find a moment once again to rest on the mat. Got the soles of the feet together, hips open. You're going to rest your hands on the abdomen, extend the two legs out. Just be with your breathing for a couple more minutes. Then, when you feel ready, you can begin to lightly wiggle your fingers, your toes, circle your ankles, your wrists. Take a long stretch, taking the arms overhead, and then we'll hug the knees over the chest. Rock your back side to side, and we'll roll to one side and press up. You can bring your palms together to bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you oh so much. Enjoy your evening today. Namaste.